Okay. Okay.
Then we said, well, are you gonna make a lunch?
Right, it's about 25 past the hour on May 4th, 2026. Currently our internet is down. We're running on hotspot off of a phone. So no guarantees that we won't drop that at some point. Hopefully we'll have the internet back up and running shortly. But I will call a regular meeting of the Dolores County Board of County Commissioners to order. If everyone can join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think we amended this, so I was thinking, why do I have a draft? Looking at the agenda, do you guys have any additions, deletions?
I don't either.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes, as well. And looking at our expenditures, do you guys have any questions on any of the vouchers or payments going out?
So far, I don't have anything.
Okay.
I didn't.
I did not either.
I make a motion, we approve these expenditures as submitted.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion from Commissioner Yellman to approve the expenditures and a second. All in favor of approving the expenditures?
Yes.
Yes, as well. And 2 sets of minutes, April 20th from a BOCC meeting and April 27th from our Indomor meeting.
I make a motion, we approve the meeting minutes for April 20th, 2026, Board of County Commissioners. April 27th, 2026, EOM meeting minutes.
I'll second that motion.
Motion from Commissioner Yellman to approve the April 20th, 2026 BOCC meeting minutes and the April 27th, 2026 meeting minutes. And a second, all in favor of approving minutes?
Yes.
Yes, as well. So approved. Got our 10 o'clock for Melinda to come in with some big updates with what transpired for the Social Services reorganization, but we'll move into our old business, and first item up will be our courthouse downstairs carpet. We gotten any bids returned?
No, so Cortez Flooring said that they didn't even want to mess with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think it's just,
Rubio's.
is that right? Yeah, they refused to give us, is what Shasta said, so I don't.
But no reason for that?
They didn't give her a reason, did they? No,
Nobody.
so anyway, so it's just the one,
It's the one.
that's the only thing, yeah.
She said the only other place she could find that could do it would maybe be someplace in Landing.
Okay.
So. Anyway.
Nobody wants to go along with our heating system.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
tough to.
Yeah, that's what I want to go with Alexis.
Yeah.
We have no friends.
No, so that was the stuff she had for the movie.
They refused to give us a quote.
Yeah, he said it took them forever to call her back. And then when they finally did, they said, we're not getting your phone.
Who owns that now, do you know?
That's
You
it.
can't take them now.
So Rubio's was great.
Yeah, wonderful. This is great. This was only one of them.
Okay, I think we were talking about it.
And-
Well, we were talking about amending it to eliminate the exclusivity, but anyway, I think the thing that keeps throwing everyone for a loop is the fact that the way this is written is the intent to opt, before you get issued the intent to operate, you have to come in and you have to do a hearing. But that's, but the state changed their process. And the intent to operate is almost done administratively, but then every other year they go back and get licensing. That's all we care about. Where when they're getting licensed.
But
But.
when they get ready to, if the kids are still running, but. So. We'll find you.
So each one of those is broken out by room.
And, gastronomist office is excluded.
They've
Like,
expressed very highly that you more want those down.
Downstairs.
The downstairs, not.
nobody wants to be there.
Why?
Too much, I think, in there to move.
Too much in here to move.
Food,
I mean, the condition of their carpet, is it,
It's way worse. Way worse,
That seems,
I mean,
yeah. It's
it's
kind
gonna, I mean, if it's worse than this, I would think that would be a priority,
Priority.
getting that replaced. So,
Mhm.
and I didn't see the estimate. on
It's
there.
not on that one, there's not an estimate for theirs, do you want me to have her come?
Yeah,
Okay.
I need an estimate for theirs, if it's,
do you think this looks bad?
there's some traffic areas, but I mean, where there's not a lot of traffic. it's still
I
good.
think the hallways and the, like, our office has a main drag.
oh, I think.
I think it'd be sweet to paint the walls.
I do think we should have hers done.
And they don't want it done.
She
Someone have to move all
I mean,
this.
if the carpet's in the worst shape, if it's worse than this, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So,
I think to summertime would be
Better time.
a better time,
Mm,
summertime,
Mhm.
because they're pretty
For them.
busy.
Well, yeah, maybe, and Shasta did say that they would have to do it during the week. So, if we get it done, we can have them do this one first, and then we can move in here to work or whatever we need to do, so. Make it work, whatever.
yeah,
But this has been in here since I came to work, this carpet. We replaced the hall carpet at one point in time, and I don't know when that was, I can't remember, I think, because it's different color. You couldn't get it to match.
It's held up really well.
Upstairs has been replaced since. This down here has been, more recent than this, but. I
This was
can't-
put in when they built onto the treasurer's and the assessor's office.
So.
when they did all that.
before my time.
yeah, I think I'd like to hold off and at least fix that room
Okay.
and see what the quote will be.
I will talk to Shasta to do that,
Yeah, sit down with them and look at a plan or getting,
how to do it,
yeah,
okay,
it's a lot, it's gonna be.
yeah.
well, the past commissioners about had mentioned that we didn't want. Just more anything moving around.
I mean, eventually it's gonna be the point where it's gonna happen. And we're considering doing it in other places. We got
right
the same time.
Yeah.
I think if we want to paint before we get color.
Yes.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And there had been discussion before about moving all those wires that's in there, right? So maybe it'd be a good time to move them into that empty, no? Oh, I thought you were saying no,
No, totally, I mean,
Yeah.
just be a good time to get it done,
uh-huh.
get it out of her hair and
Yeah.
clean up that mess.
give them a little more space. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just decades of piling.
Oh, yes, just.
What's up?
Where all the wires are that go from her room to the hall, and,
Gosh,
oh my gosh, it's a mess.
When they called sheriff's office, some of them were connected, they had no idea.
No clue.
Just disconnected, leave the wires hanging.
Yeah.
Just every time new piece
Add
of
more. Mhm.
technology will go in.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just,
when somebody has to, if they have to get into stuff, they have to come into her office, so it'd be nice if it was it, cause wanna go to that empty office in the back, isn't
Good.
that
I
where they're
think it
thinking
could.
about, or
Mhm.
this other office, I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
but.
the
equipment room.
equipment room. There we
Storage
go.
room.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I'll get hold of Shasta and we'll.
I figured I'd, yeah, I think we lay that on the table. So we got
Sounds good.
Cause at some point it's gonna have to be moved and done.
I know, it does,
It's gonna,
it needs a.
it's not gonna be fun. Conservation trust funds.
Okay, that was when I told you guys about last week.
Yeah.
So the letters are due back next week, right, Shayla?
Yeah. Yes.
So we kind of need what you guys had decided, or if you had decided on the, fairgrounds, if we can use the money to do the scales
Mhm.
and not have to ask for that within our little group. And then I don't know about the shooting range. Did anybody talk to you guys about the shooting range? I have no idea
No.
what they need for that or want for that.
I think we decided we could, in another meeting.
No, I mean, we had just, heard,
With
we're
the
still
scales.
down with the scenario
Yeah.
of what it could be used for, but
Yeah.
no, we didn't make any decision about that.
No,
I think that- I mean. Talking to shows on the fair board, I feel like that's where we get a lot of our return with communities into that program, and
Oh, wow.
it seems like it's growing, so,
Looks like it.
so.
okay,
It's good use.
that would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I agree, Sheila. I think it's a good use of. And then as far as the shooting range goes, from what I've heard,
I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when they come back and I don't know.
I need to get with Sheriff Wilson and see what the plan is. Is that, we don't want to be in the same boat as our cabin.
That's exactly right. And keep in mind that there are available lottery funds that we could use for that, because we checked into it.
There it is. On the list,
And it's on the list, so.
the actual
Yes,
shooting
it comes to
ranges.
that,
It says it.
we can use those to do it.
I think the potential there's decent return to, improve that facility out there. To
Yeah.
people. I don't know, I'm sure, so. What do you guys think?
Oh, I agree.
I agree too.
Okay, I know what.
Because they thought they could do more animals, right, with the
Yeah.
stations.
Yes, and they had purchased the scales a couple years ago, and they just haven't even been able to use them, so. They're just kind of sitting there going to waste, and some of the kids have asked about it, so. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
If we have anything new with the wildfire code right now, maintain course. We get some.
Linda, what did on our meeting, what was that they discussed?
We're at,
The wildfire resilience,
Anything with Region 9 that
Yeah.
was,
what was it? Was Shaq and talking about? Everybody, he's talking about all the ones that signed up for it.
yeah. That's what we wanted to do.
Mhm.
get a list of people that have,
Yeah, and he said it was growing,
yeah.
the list, that was what he said.
I mean, it seems to me like towns with more robust building codes, are jumping on with that, but towns without building codes. Then, crusher final purchase approval. Seems like we've got a lot worked out with it. What else on my sheet?
Is it here yet?
No, once they get the check, and the paperwork, then they will schedule with Road and Bridge to take it wherever they want it to go.
How do you move that thing?
They hire truckers.
Oh,
In equipment hall?
Yeah, I asked Steve and he said every time they have to have it moved, this company. Which have the little boys, we don't have one big enough to move it, so then we would have to. And then I don't,
how do they pick it up to put it on the trailer?
no idea.
It's not on wheels, is it?
I don't know,
I
I
think
can't answer that.
is. I don't think they drive it up on the,
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
I
yeah,
think it's picked up and set on.
I don't know,
You'd have something pretty heavy duty to pick it up.
Mhm.
yeah,
yeah, the principal amount, $692,290.29. And then with the interest total over the 3 year, it'd be $747,750.75. I mean, putting 300,000 down, 200 out of the secure rural schools. I don't anticipate us going into that 3rd year. Looking at it, I don't know. Early and no penalty with that. So, you guys have any final thoughts on that? Everything
No.
worked out?
We're doing a good
I
thing.
think it's a smart.
Yeah, it'll save us money in the long run. I hate spending a lot of money right now, but it'll save us money in the long run. Make a motion to approve our crusher purchase of $692,290.29.
Second,
Motion second, any other discussion?
none.
On favor?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm yes as well.
and you like it.
Yeah, it'll be good.
You signed bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good. Alrighty, our Presto Ranch liquor license renewal.
When I talked to Don, he says he has absolutely no complaints ever from them.
Like
Mhm.
monitor all their stuff, their application here is all good and,
And they've actually
Payments
already
in.
paid the state, they paid the state directly, so,
oh,
yeah, it's kinda nice.
sheriff doesn't have any issues, they've got everything in here. I'll make a motion to approve the Presto Ranch liquor license renewal in 26.
I'll second that motion.
Motion is second, any other discussion?
None for me,
No. Hearing none, all in favor?
yes.
Yes.
This is. So we've got our public land self bill, so Wyatt Bear with Senator Bennett's office reached out. To see if we would be in support of the Public Lands Integrity Act that Senator Bennett introduced. Situation in America's public lands cannot be sold to offset spending priorities during the budget reconciliation process. Legislation doesn't prevent target disposals of public land that are in the public benefit, such as conveyances or agencies' administrative actions. What are your thoughts?
Well, from what I've seen on TV, his ad, running for governor. It's, he's talked, which I agree, we should not have a public land sale.
I feel similarly. I did look at it.
Okay.
What shocks me is that. I wish it's.
Yeah. That, I'll make a motion to send out a letter of support, for the public lands integrity. Yeah. All in favor of submitting a letter of support for the Public Lands Integrity Act?
Yes.
And then next item, new business, our Rico geothermal well. So it sounds like they are gearing up contingent upon funding for their monitoring well. What it sounds like, they haven't got a site location determined yet. Whether that's going to be in town or outside of town. But if it is going to be outside of town, probably I'll go through the process.
I think they've always thought south of Rico. There used to be a stock corral
Okay.
on the right side between the river and the highways on the right side.
Okay,
As you leave Rico,
okay,
that was kind of where they always thought would go.
okay.
Whose land is that?
It used to be, somebody called,
They were talking this last meeting about the same property that Hot Springs had.
So,
that's north.
yeah, so I've heard multiple locations and I think they're still trying to flesh that out, but. It would be close to the condos there on the north side. There's that gravel parking lot. That was one site for a pilot well. But it sounds like there's a lot of potential for whole integrity issues right there. But, CDOT lot was another one that sounds like it had been discussed. And then south as well.
Yeah.
So,
Then south was all waste
yeah, piece
a
of it.
long time ago.
So, I think for the first day, reach out and see what they're thinking and if it's gonna be inside or outside of, the city limits near the county, go through the planning process. At least I think it'd be good to reach out to them, that way they're not ready to make whole and then have another process they gotta go through.
Do you feel like the full process in terms of planning commission, public hearing there and then up to us and then you guys having a public hearing as well, or do you feel like maybe it warrants some type of expedited? I mean, in the past, we've made people go through the entire process, but I mean, that's gonna be half mile or half mile notice dollars, certified mail, public hearing, application.
Process usually takes 60 to 90 days.
Yeah,
Now, is the town of Rico doing it, or is the Rico geothermal doing it?
geothermal coalition. I mean, it seems like they've had pretty good stakeholder engagement up there, sent out surveys for people in the town. So,
Wasn't that what she said at our meeting too last year
Yeah,
in
yeah,
July?
Is there a risk of, you've been to a lot more of these meetings, is there a risk of some type of intrusion into, those underground passageways?
I mean, the technical side of it's beyond me as far as your geothermal bores and any directional stuff and pulling from beyond property lines.
because the town of Rico's not really talking about it, nor does Chauncey, he's not really saying anything about the sewer,
Hmm.
so.
No.
But then when I look at the email that Julie sent us, I do see Chauncey's name on there. So he is involved, but they're not really saying nothing.
No, I mean, just like, I mean, there's supposed to be a crisscross of mine shafts, lateral mine shafts all over the place in there. I mean, how does that impact drilling for geothermal? I suppose, I mean, can you case through a void?
Yeah,
You can.
so
And is CPHE or who monitors it from the state level? Do we know?
yeah, oh geez, I'm trying to think of the agency that
Division
went up there.
Division of Mining, is that what it is, or?
They have a state representative there. This last year went up for a presentation on their pilot well. And, there was the state agency that was regulating it. That was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know with this, everything is regulated very.
That's good.
Any drilling, all the permitting, everything. So I guess for the first day, could reach out to the Rico Geothermal Coalition and get some details with what they're would be thinking about. Give us a better direction to
Yeah.
which way to go.
I mean, I would like to see I'd like to see the lease where early, and I'd like to see what the lease looks like, and we had talked about just sort of how are they gonna determine who gets to use the resource?
Yeah,
So, okay, great, there's a test well and it produces a ton of geothermal heat. And everybody says, I want some, I want some, I want some.
Yeah,
How are they doing that? Have you heard?
nobody's talking about.
that are along in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can, yeah, reach out and see if they can answer some of those questions, and I'd like to give us a better
Meeting up there in June. What do you think?
a presentation coming.
So, and I hate to seem like the big bad county coming in to, you know, mess with it. I feel like it's more of a cooperative thing. And I don't think they've ever really come to the county and told us exactly what they're doing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I think we, I mean, for the county's purpose, we just put on the periphery, yeah,
Yeah,
and seeing the trajectory. I think it's getting to the point where they're in a position to really start getting forward with some stuff, so it'd be good for us to have a conversation with them, what they're doing and what would be required on what.
and what is the coalition? Is it a 501c3? Is it I mean, see, we don't really,
You know, they receive a lot of grant funding, they have,
so it's probably a nonprofit corporation.
yeah.
I mean, I would hope you guys would approach it more of as a cooperative, you know, educational meeting. And then you guys can determine if the process is gonna be for them to just go through and, yeah. You know, in terms of the land use code and all that.
I like that. It seems like the coalition has been very open and has had a high level of engagement.
And I mean, if it's for the public good, you can waive the fees, you can do all sorts of things to assist them. You know, but I do have a hard time if we don't put them through the same process that we're picking a mortgage and Bill Barrett and everyone else that's ever drilled a well.
Yeah. Perfect.
So you will reach out to them and
Yeah,
get some info and then share me if we need to say, hey, you need to come to planning commission. Whatever.
yeah, I mean, I think that's right. I think I can reach out and then that June meeting, and then,
Yes.
yeah, get a plan for moving forward. Works. Sounds like Region 9 was informative.
Yeah.
Everybody gives them a report. Lunch was good.
That's from, what did they have for lunch?
Pork loin. It looked like steak.
Well, when, what's her name from our side of county? They said to go ahead and, what was it? She said, you wanna do it now, and you tell everybody you want to go into lunch, and she goes, no, let's go ahead and do it now, you see everybody's face. It was funny.
Can I ask, what's going on with AAA? Are we, which one of you guys is?
Linda.
Linda?
I think it's trying to get back together. They hired a new director. So
I'm
he's,
losing track. Is this a new one since the guy that came out here?
yeah, so I know they talked about sending a letter to all county commissioners if they knew or know what the providers are doing. So 3 providers, 3 counties are refusing to work with AAA.
Wow.
They're the best of it.
Are we one of them?
That's what it sounded like. They mentioned those, the Montezuma and the Platte.
You know,
So the guy was told to write the county a letter. see if the county commissioners, what the providers are doing. So I don't know how soon that will happen.
I know my feeling on that, I won't say it, but.
So anyway,
I mean, I think Triple A's been an absolute mess for so long now, and it's. And the way they treated the providers, it's hard, it's not a surprise.
yeah. Well, I mean, I finally figured out there's at least four ladies that really messed things up. I mean, they're not gonna admit it
From Triple A.
from AAA. They messed up the RAC, so there's no RAC meetings, there's no member for RAC. So,
People will only put up with stuff for so long, you know.
I
I
mean,
have felt all along that I don't like the fact that. That's a non-governmental entity. I think AAA should be a governmental entity. I think it should be a coalition of counties.
this all was coming on when I got on. And everything was. The AAA board members. Really didn't want RAC at their meetings, but then I come to find out at the last meeting, the RAC is the one that. Is the boss to the AAA board. This is kind of what I heard. So I don't know what all took place.
I mean. It's been in turmoil since I've been here.
Yeah. Yes.
And 17 years of just a mess.
And the new director don't want to come to Dover because it's too far away.
And she's out of Durango?
He does.
She's out of Durango.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna take a while to,
It's too far away.
yeah.
But yet our folks are supposed to be excited about
Going over there.
going over there and what going on.
Yeah.
It's not too far for our folks.
So tired of that.
Just curious.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before it gets back. Maybe not, maybe you'll never get back together. the way it used to be.
Yes, Melinda's gonna tell us about this new. State IGA, they rewrote their IGA,
Is this
their
something
service
since
contract.
the last week?
So, yeah, it was the regionalization discussion, and sounds like with negotiation human services and the state, they've reached an agreement largely that I don't get into it too much. She'll talk about it. We have CCI adopted to support that bill. Now, I guess it hasn't even been introduced, but the current language of the bill that opted to support. So I think it was 82% in favor of supporting. There was an argument against it that it's still not ideal. We should still try to hold out for something other. But the risk of that is that the regionalization that hub model will still be on the table if we can't get some type of agreement. So
Is she coming over in Turkey?
You said she was.
I'll be back.
No, we'll be fine, sorry.
That's, I mean, that is us today, our internet's down, we're running on a hotspot.
Good to go.
Awesome.
Did you have internet?
Did I have what?
Internet at work? What's your different?
We're just staying with farmers. Just easier.
Oh, you're still with farmers?
I know. It's just weird.
Hey, did you get this new Department of Human Services contract, the 73 pager?
Is it the new bill?
No, looks like it's a new services contract.
Send it to me, probably. I have
It was
it.
for the other county. You don't have anything for me to review?
It shouldn't have changed. For the IGA.
The 73 page services contract? Yeah. It's probably coming your way then.
Okay. Okay, this is for for services. I'm not sure what that is.
State of Colorado Department of Human Services contract.
You might want
We don't have a specific program. Janet. How that works.
Pretty sure to go.
Then it says the Colorado Energy and Carbon Management. To regulates geothermal. Right.
Oh,
How are you? Right, how are you?
so it's the old. The old gas commission, it's the old oil and gas.
Yes, yeah. COGs.
COGCC.
Yeah.
Oh, silly. Good. Thank goodness they changed their name to something no one never remembered.
ECMC.
ECNT, is that what it is?
Yeah, ECMC.
Yeah. Harvard Beach Golf.
Until I became commissioner, I never heard of so many 3 letters, 4 letters.
And have
I'm not kidding you, I have to look them up because I can't, my brain doesn't.
I think someone counted once and there's just for human services alone, there's over like 5,000 different.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow.
And some of them are just like. They use CW for Colorado Works and for child welfare, so have to be really careful which program you're
Oh, yes.
in.
Oh
Get
my,
all straight.
wow.
Fun. Good morning. Thank you for being patient with me this morning. In front of you, you have the record of proceeding for today's meeting. We are going over the March 2024 financials. Everything looks to be on track as far as spending goes. You'll see, at least for the rest of this year, certainly less spending around personnel. So that's a benefit to the county. Nothing out of the ordinary expense wise. Listed on the correct expenditures list there. The next page is the reporting that will go to the Cortez Journal for posting.
Is your leak done?
Week ended as of April 30th, yes.
So you have
We
some money
have,
left over?
no,
No?
because this is March's reporting, so you'll get
Oh,
one more report that'll show the
Oh,
end of the week. Okay. They believe that we used up all of that this year. And then the last pages we have are our reconciliation numbers, so what we balance with the treasurer's office, our ending balance as of March 31st. And then all of the checks that were written and cleared or didn't clear. Any questions?
I don't have any.
no.
Make a motion to approve the record of proceeding for May 4th, 2026, as well as the March 26th financials.
Second that motion.
Motion and second, any discussion?
I don't have any.
All in favor?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. You also have in front of you, or Eric, I should leave copies for everybody, and I apologize, but I didn't. We have a intergovernmental agency agreement for La Plata and San Juan counties to complete their childcare reviews for them. This is hopefully a step in the direction of our coalition model. And will bring a little bit of revenue into their social services funds. We ended up deciding on a $55 an hour review amount, which was comparable to what La Plata County really their employees to complete those reviews.
After 5,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're, so. We're still our employees, we're 1099, so to speak.
Yes.
We cover all supervision and
Yes.
subject to all of our HR.
And La Plata County is still subject to any regulations from the state regarding child care services. If we find an error on one of their cases or things like that, we're not held responsible for that error.
Just a review of. And they'll get that report and the state will get that report and then everything will be handled on that end.
They're just the third party.
Just monitor.
Essentially, yes. And Dennis has reviewed that contract and approved it. The only outstanding piece that he and I had not discussed or finalized was the hourly rate. So that is the
What was her response?
she came up with that hourly rate, Martha Johnson from La Plata County did. Given that our benefits are wonderful. Which I think it's still a good rate for us, honestly. I don't see that it will take us, longer than an hour to do these reviews. We'll do around 4 a month for them. So it should be very easy for us to complete.
And then is another county conducting reviews for us? Well,
No, so the way that it works, is that because I don't authorize childcare cases, I can review the Delaware County cases. So I review the cases for us. But because in La Plata County, the people that are in their offices, authorized cases,
third party.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And there might be an option to expand this in the future to other companies, depending on what our coalition looks like. It also could just depend on the program. So, I think that will be interesting to explore.
How do you, if you were gonna offer that service to the other 63 counties, would you do that on your listserv? Would you, if you said, hey, Dolores County is offering to, do this work?
I would promote it through CHSDA, the Directors Association.
Would you want to expand it beyond the coalition? What that would look like?
Potentially, yeah, I think that we could. The timing is tricky because these reviews have to be done within the first 10 working days of the month. And so I don't want to overload us to the point that we're not being able to meet that state deadline and regulation.
Yeah.
Because if we're not doing that, that looks bad on us and looks bad on the county that we're doing the reviews for. So I want to see how this goes first. And if there are counties who are backlogged, that would be different because we complete their backlogs anytime. It wouldn't have to be done within that first 10 days.
2 days only for new.
Yes, 10 days is for new ongoing. But if they have a backlog, we can complete it anytime, so that would be beneficial to us. Something to look at, but we'll have to. First step, just see how this goes and then. Kind of use it as a baseline and then potentially expand to our regional area, coalition area. If the new. Human services bill allows us to do that.
You're good with it? No.
Oh, yeah, it's really well done.
You
No,
wrote it, so.
no, I did not. I don't think I did, but I've looked at it before, IGAs with IGAs with a lot of county, they all look similar, so it's a nice document.
Linda Phyllis?
I don't have anything. Nope.
Yeah. Great, we make a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between the Platte County and Lawrence County Human Services CCAP review.
Second.
Motion and second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, as well.
Thank you, I appreciate that, and I will send you a copy of the finalized contract once it's signed. So you can add it to your list. As far as other updates go, I think I was reading to. I'm trying to do less paper, so that's my own fault. I was trying to look at our caseload numbers for you guys. As of, so our numbers are gonna be a little different, just so you are aware that, these are actually numbers for April, so forgive me. So as for our eligibility programs, we completed 5 new applications, 13 redeterminations for food assistance. I'm sorry, 5 new food stamp applications, 4 new Medicaid applications, 13 renewals for food assistance, and 24 Medicaid renewals. And completed 11 change reports. Change reports are like if someone comes in and puts income, we change that in the program, reports birth in the family, we have to do with all of those kinds of things. So those are our eligibility programs for the month of April. We have 1 child welfare case open, and we completed 1 child welfare referral. We have had 3 APS referrals.
Now referrals from another county, or you're referring them to another county?
No, referrals are what we get in.
What you got, okay.
Yeah, so we've had 3 APS referrals that are, 1 we still kind of have in progress, the other 2 are closed. 49 child support cases. Okay. Any questions about our caseloads or anything else that's going on?
I mean, pretty big news with the draft bill.
Yeah, I don't love it, but it's better than the alternative. So I'm glad that CCI took a support position on the human services.
Can you summarize it? Is that all right?
So the big key takeaways are that we will be, there will be a third party negotiator, for lack of a better term, who will help us work out all of the details around transitions for the county programs. There will be no less than, or no more than, I believe, 13 regional coalitions.
12.
They may have just changed that,
Okay.
so,
I said 12.
okay, that's. I believe that's correct, because I think the last time I read the bill, and I apologize, it was right before they made some additional changes, so. Which then to you, right, so, there's a number of coalitions, which are those regional areas. So that we can't have more than a certain number. There will be a transition team, and I can't remember the exact terminology for that, but that transition team will be made up of county human services directors, state individuals, and then third party agencies, which,
Policy alignment team.
yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
The policy alignment team is for the Department of Human Services and Healthcare Policy and Financing to create one set of policies that the departments have to work off of instead of having a policy for each program.
The initial request for that was to merge them both, but that died,
Yeah.
so now it's a transition team or
Policy.
policy team.
Yeah, especially for programs like food assistance and Medicaid. So most of the time when people come in to apply for benefit programs, those are the two main programs they're going to apply for. And right now, we have a full set of regulations and policies that tells us how to do the food assistance and a whole set that tells us how to do the Medicaid assistance. The tricky thing is that they affect each other, right? And you don't look at income the same way in those two programs. You don't look at the household composition the same way. So the idea is that because they go hand in hand and one program can affect the other program and vice versa, that you need one set of policies so that you can work that case and not have so many issues because the policies contradict each other. So that's the hope there. The transition team will begin, the third party contractor should be hired by the end of June is their plan. Or maybe the end of May, I apologize, the end of May, and then they're supposed to have a transition plan set at the beginning of July. And the transition plan will then begin July 1 of next year. So it'll be a lot of work. I don't know that I will be included in any of those transition plans at this point. Work groups, I hope to be, because I think it's important for small rural counties to have a voice on those meetings, otherwise we're gonna get overlooked and shoved out the door, frankly. So. Still concerning for me, well, I don't think it offers protections for any small counties, honestly,
Yeah.
but. Like I said, it's better than the alternative, at least maybe have a chance of. Securing locations and employees.
Yeah, and that was the discussion at CCI that it's not ideal, but the alternative. The regionalization.
Thank you.
At least this, we're protecting someone, our own staff. I mean, and even whoever would have been the hub on the one, so it's better all around.
Yeah. Yes, this doesn't, with this new bill, one county is not responsible for another county financially or workload wise, so I think that's possible. And it all still is really dependent upon technology and how we can share work across our counties, because right now that's really difficult, especially for our eligibility.
I think a lot of the recommendations from CCI back to the state was language in the bill of what the state should do versus what the state shall do.
Yes.
So hold them accountable for their agenda. So the general consensus from CCI was that we can't trust the state.
I don't,
So
yeah, at this point, I'm really cautious about anything I share with them. My other main concern is that counties will not have a say in who this third party negotiator is, and I think that that's completely contradictory to what we want. That's what they agreed to, so. Is it? Anything else you guys? No? I don't have anything. I do plan on like the CCI conference.
I was gonna ask you if you were going.
Yeah, just especially with all this big bill stuff going on, really, it's our only chance between now and the start of the state fiscal year to get together and push some of those things out, so. But I will be going. Thank you. Appreciate you guys' time.
You.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, we did get another CSAT award.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
they will be reaching out, to do that CSAT celebration. It'll probably happen, I would guess, after July.
Okay, sweet.
We moved up a spot, so I'm happy with that. We're a little bit high, it's okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye, thanks.
What's your first meeting?
Hogwarts.
Linda,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the
their,
movie?
that's their mom,
Harry Potter.
motto, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Very happy.
I read every one of them. That's how my son became a good reader.
Yep.
I read Harry Potter every night.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Every night. They have an awesome Harry Potter whole thing at Universal Studios in California. Whole thing, Harry Potter.
I would read like a page, and he had to read a paragraph.
Mhm.
And then he'd read real fast, and I'd say, what is, cause he stumped because he wanted me to read to him. So that I made him start reading,
Yes.
when I wasn't working nights and then
Right.
it. But I really, look if it's something they're interested in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Learn to read better.
When it first came out, we were gifted a signed first edition.
Oh,
We
awesome.
loaned it to a friend.
Oh,
I have every hardback, they're all hardbacks. And they didn't return
No, lost it.
it, these books.
It was when it first came out, it didn't have the popularity. I mean, it would have been amazing to have it right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Hmm. Yeah, but that was Christmas and birthdays and.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm too old for them.
You know, I liked it. I did like the Harry Potter series. I'm a reader that's why I can't read what's a scary writer? Stephen King. I internalize it like I'm there. Ooh, yeah. Little rooms and Harry Potter all kinds of stuff. Misery, the Stephen King book, stayed with me for years.
Sorry, I lost information.
oh.
What?
I lost an envelope. It's probably in the car.
No,
Okay, thanks.
thank you. And they can make all the movies, and it's not the same, so.
They are not the same.
Keith be zooming in.
I saw him.
I just,
He was here.
who's the one that went in there, did you know somebody?
Yeah, Jessica, she's using the health shop. She's using the postage machine.
Yes.
Huh?
Um,
Oh, what's her name? Libby? She's the new summer help for extension.
Oh, I didn't,
What? She's the latest one. Keith is right there.
Or-
Or maybe he's coming down the hall. Got his bag.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
did our online person need to,
That's Steve Gershon.
okay. You want Keith?
Yeah, well, he's coming for
He's
that.
right there. He's right there.
maybe to the IGA,
Yes, I have it right here.
sorry.
I put it with the rest of the stuff.
Thank you.
So was that it? It was here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The IGA and, well, I'm sending them in,
Oh,
I'll find it. Sorry, guys, thank you.
I'm worried about.
Do we have the ambulance chief coming?
I thought he was.
Yeah.
Come.
Last week seems to be doing.
Mhm.
Forwarded you the summary, Dennis,
Okay,
just
thank you.
for the morning perusal.
So just to give you some background on the confusion on the ambulance licensing, so. Keeping in mind that the resolution that we adopted was, I think, before the full. The state fully figured out what they were gonna do with this process. What I always struggle with, and we've talked about it numerous times. Is the fact that our ambulance licensing says that. Prior to this, the county's issuance of an authorization to operate. That you'll have this hearing. And you'll have this hearing and hear from the public and all that. Well. The licensing, so you have the licensing, which occurs every 2 years. At the state level. And then they're supposed to bring their license application to the state, the county, and then we set it for a hearing, and then. You have the hearing and then you go forward and decide if they're authorized to operate. Well, the problem is the state now does. Every year, they ask the county if somebody is authorized to operate. So it seems like. It seems like they're. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they don't just wait for the 2 years to be out
Yeah.
and we go through this process. So I think that's where things got confusing with Keith. Because he was getting
It's a
requests from the state saying,
2 year timeline.
yeah, and every year he gets a request to the state saying, hey, is the Creek Ambulance authorized to operate?
Which would have to have a hearing every year for the authorization.
Well, that's why it's a little confusing. I think the intent here was. When they have to apply to the state. Then they also have to apply here. The off year where all the state is doing is, hey. Do they, I wanna put the word still in there.
Mhm.
Do they still have the authorization to operate?
Yeah.
Yep. You know what I mean? And almost like a status update, not a licensing update.
Yeah.
And so I think that's getting confusion, so I'd like to just once and for all. Just put that to bed.
Okay.
And we only do our hearing. Every other year when they have to reapply to the state for their license.
Okay.
And then
Makes a lot more sense.
the off year where they're just asking Keith. If if that entity's authorized to operate, so long as they're already authorized to operate and it's the off year, it's just a yeah.
Are they still authorized to operate? Yeah.
Exactly. I think, and I'd like to just bounce that off of Keith just to make sure, because I feel like there's just that ongoing confusion. Does that make sense to you? Okay.
Thanks, boss. Yeah.
If anyone.
Yeah. I have set up.
Dog.
What time was our workshop?
After the meeting, we didn't really put a time on it because we weren't sure.
Hmm.
When the meeting was going to be done.
Workshops now.
So Elisa wants to come over and visit workshop twice with these guys, and then we are supposed to go over there.
So I'm just the messenger, no, I'm the messenger. So you didn't know you were out there.
Training over there.
Oh, the plan. Okay,
Good morning.
Morning, Jeff.
Can I go through and preface that again?
Please do.
Okay.
Just gonna ask.
Yes.
Okay, so Keith, and hi, AJ, Dennis called already, I'm returning.
I'm Claire.
Hi, Claire, how are you?
It was.
So the licensing, Keith, you and I feel like we sort of have it squared away, and what I've just laid out, tell me if this is wrong or a bad approach to take. So the state licensing required to last every 2 years. And our licensing keys off of an ambulance service wishing to operate in the county. Going to their state licensing. And so when they apply for their state licensing, they also have to apply here under our license regulation. What's confusing people is
Hold on,
that.
real quick, just, because this might make it easier.
Yeah.
The state does the licensing, which allows them to run in Colorado.
Yeah, got
Licensed
that.
ambulance. We issue authorization, not licensing.
So what? Authorization to operate, but ours runs every 2 years to coincide with their 2-year license with the state. So when they apply to the state for their license, the state says, do you have authorization to operate in any counties? And they say, yes, well, we'll go ask Dolores County or wherever else. Then we hold a public hearing pursuant to our regulations every 2 years to coincide with their state application. What I think has thrown people off is this off-year authorization to operate, because the state emails you and says, hey, is this ambulance service still authorized to operate?
Every
And then
year.
you just respond to them and say,
Yeah.
yes. And so what happened at one point, as you and I talked about that, like, well, maybe we should just put that on the reorganizational meeting and then every year but that confuses people because we still need every 2 years the hearing.
Right, and they need the authorization technically before they would renew their licensing. Because then it's all just one easy path. So the way the licensing works now is that they could go, they apply to be licensed, an ambulance that's licensed in Colorado. State gives them a license and they can look for any county that has open authorization and they can go run there. But they can't run here because we elected to authorize. They can't run here unless they're reauthorized to run here.
And the only reason we elected to actually authorize, because we could have just turned it all over to the state and never touched it again, except Dove Creek Ambulance came forward and said, can we have exclusive right to operate in their territory? And by doing that, we have to now authorize
Every year.
every 2 years.
Well, we set it every 2 years. I just have to notify the state every year who's authorized to run.
So we were just talking, insert the word still authorized to run, right?
Yeah.
So why can't we just authorize Keith, or why can't the board just authorize Keith to, if there's been no action taken against someone's license in the off year, he's just authorized to tell the state that
Unless
they're
it's
still
authorized.
They're still authorized.
Yeah.
Right?
And I
You feel comfortable doing
I
that?
did that this year.
Okay, well, you sort of brought it up then.
Right.
Yeah,
But knowing that, well, two things, that they were gonna have to redo their license this year, so they need to get their authorization done. We were in the middle of the whole, they couldn't cover all their shifts.
yeah,
And the state told me that if they're not able to cover their shifts 24/7, except for weird things here and there that happen, then they can't have an exclusive authorization. So, to make sure that we were covered state-wise, I spoke with Southwest Health Systems saying, hey, we need to give you authorization to operate, temporarily here and, at least. But then I realized that it was like the same day, Southwest went up to Groundhog to pick up somebody that was injured. I'm like, oh crap, they responded to the rest of our county, but we haven't issued them authorization to do so. And this would all become a problem, a big problem, but they don't have any real oversight on this process yet. But as soon as they do have oversight, then yeah, Southwest would have been able to respond if the ground hog was out, the authorization to operate.
So explain something to me, if Southwest has never come to this board and asked for licensing or authorization to operate and gone through our hearing process. How can the board just summarily give them the authorization to operate without having the hearing? Because we can't say they're still authorized to operate because they haven't gone through the local hearing process.
Well, that was what I had them do, was to send a letter requesting authorization to operate.
Okay, but why aren't we going through the licensing, which is,
Because we don't have to do any licensing.
we do license. We license ambulances in our county.
State does not.
Authorization to operate. What I'm saying is, we've got a process here under our application, at least 60 days. And not more than 90 days prior to the date sought for issuance of local authorization to operate. We're supposed to hold a hearing on it and, within 20 days of receiving an intent to operate, the county administrator shall place the matter on the agenda of a regular special meeting for consideration. And the BOCC shall grant their authorization to operate unless the BOCC determines the applicant's service has in the current or past licensing periods violated any provision. In the event of such determination, the matter shall be set for a public hearing within 15 days. Okay, so we're treating it more like a liquor license.
Correct.
If we don't have a problem, then we don't have a hearing.
It's a renewal, more in the vein of a renewal.
If we don't have a problem, then it's. I think we can work it that way. I think we can just put it on the agenda, and then if we hear any problems, or if there's anyone that raises an issue with the authorization to operate, then you set it for a hearing and have a public hearing within 15 days. To consider the intent to operate.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you gonna keep track of odd years, off years and all that? So when is Southwest state license up?
Same with everyone else's.
Okay, they have everyone coinciding it, so it's every,
2 years.
so even years or odd years are up?
2026.
So every even year, every ambulance service has to license with the state. Okay,
And submit their authorization on campus.
Right. Because that becomes part of their license where they can operate. Okay.
and in even or in odd years, they don't have to submit anything. The state just calls you and says, are they still authorized to operate?
Yeah. Well, I get an email and it says, are they still authorized to operate? And I have to log into the thing and say, yes, yes.
And you're no longer gonna come to the county and even ask them
Don't need
unless,
to.
unless there's an issue. Is that good with the board?
And even number of years, I mean, it'll be on the agenda. If there's not an issue, then it's like a renewal.
Correct.
And if there is an issue, then it'll be set for public hearing.
Okay, so this is even.
Right.
So Southwest, we don't have a problem with Southwest operating outside of the Dove Creek Ambulance District.
We don't have a problem with them authorizing it. Well, yeah, here's where it gets weird. So
It hasn't gotten there yet?
it was really weird until I spent about 20 hours trying to figure out the state law stuff. But issuing them an authorization to operate in the county allows them to operate anywhere in the county, but the exclusive authorization, so it has to technically be written that they have authorization to operate within Dolores County outside of Dolores
DC 80. Yeah, because DC 80's got exclusivity, with caveat of mutual aid.
Right, exactly. And they can always respond, you mutual aid wise.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so where's that license, or do I have to draft that, or what?
that's just what we write in their authorization letter.
You're gonna write that in the authorization letter?
No,
Okay. And it's-
Can like Westport or when they would respond to that area.
They don't have to. Because they don't transport. So if they transport less than 9 times a year, they don't have to be licensed or authorized.
And that's it, that's.
It's considered mutual aid at that point. Okay.
Now-
That.
Rico. They have a full paramedics, EMTs, whatever, so they license themselves. But they don't need authorization because they transport less than 9 times a year.
But they don't transport all the way to Cortez. You just go halfway and.
So it's real
Cortez leaves.
So the authorization for Southwest,
Of what?
looks like
License for Southwest.
bullet one, Southwest Health Systems regularly responds to all of Dolores County, either through mutual aid or DCAD, or as a sole source call and mutual aid for the other areas outside of DCAD's district. Southwest Health Systems needs to be issued authorization to run in Dolores County by the board in the areas not encompassed by DCAD's district.
So who's drafting the authorization out for you?
Not here.
Would you want to, or, and then? Did you do the one for Duff Creek Ambulance? Can you copy me, CC me on those when you?
Yeah, it was just, it was something, I have to look it up, but it was like, I just sent them their letter saying, due to decisions of the Board of County Commissioners, blah, 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 this is your authorization to operate, blah, blah.
Perfect. And would you just start CCing me on those each year so I can keep a legacy in my file? And that way we can sort of keep track of it.
CC me as well.
BCC, CC, whatever.
All of that.
So then today, I think, if you guys track the resolution 32401 a little bit and if you guys so determine, make a finding that there have been no complaints or concerns regarding the operation of Southwest, what are they called? Ambulance service?
Southwest Health Systems Ambulance Service.
I think this was Southwest Health System EMS.
Yeah.
That's what's listed in the letter from Mr. Lindsay.
And
I called them the wrong thing for 4 years.
And based upon the request for authorization, you grant the authorization, with the provision that they're not authorized to operate within Duck Creek Ambulance's district except for mutual aid.
Sound good?
We thought that was best. You weren't here, obviously, but protect Dove Creek's district. Because, after hours calls will go down to Cortez. And they could dispatch their ambulance and memory and tell us. So that's why they wanted, have the exclusive authorization.
Assuming you still want that.
Perfect.
And then Duck Creek's is, their authorization's already been granted. Correct?
It's up in July. The grant needs to get it to me.
I was just looking at it this morning. We're trying to kind of,
And all you have to do is say. We're just requesting to continue our agreement for authorization.
This is one of those years that'll still granting authorization to operate.
Well, this is 26.
Okay, so it'll be any.
We want to renew it.
And then just for future purposes, that's supposed to get, the application is supposed to come to us at least 60 days and not more than 90 days prior to the date sought for issuance. And since the state is July 1.
So now.
So soon.
So now,
That's why I've been bugging them for 2 months.
Okay.
we kind of jumped on it this morning and it's a user ID password thing,
Oh,
which nobody gave me, so we're trying to bypass it and get the ball rolling just so we can take care of it.
But for like the county side, just put a letter with a letterhead, just saying, hey, we request that you renew our exclusive authorization to run in Duck Creek Ambulance District. Thanks. Sign it. That's all.
hearing no complaint, I make a motion to grant Southwest Health System EMS slash ambulance. Authorization to operate in Dolores County. Outside of DCAD's districts, except for mutual aid. So pretty good. Motion has second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes, as well. Southwest authorization, it's good. Go with our exclusivity here,
I'll write a letter here in a little bit, send it to you both.
and then we'll hear. Yeah, with DCAD's authorization.
Right, and we just need to
I
let
don't
them know.
know. Yeah.
And it really, it can be that simple.
If you guys can include me. So I can have the letter ready to send to state, right?
Or if. Yeah, so if you. If you send the letter saying, hey, we want to renew this. Then I will send you a letter saying that District Ambulance, the district has been reauthorized. For exclusive, authorization to run in Dolores County, and then you can attach that to your state license stuff. So.
For exclusive authorization within the district.
Basically do the same letter that they got 2 years ago, other than it'll say again.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Still,
Still, okay.
With new dates.
I try to remember this every year. I think it'll help if it's even
Yeah.
the year we do it. Odd, we don't do a thing.
Good.
Got it?
You'll just resubmit the still authorizing.
And the letter what it takes. It's just.
Oh, there you go. I was gonna
Already
do
still
that.
authorized, yes.
Electronic
Okay.
form that's submitted to the state. Okay. Perfect.
Thanks, Eddie.
Mhm.
And thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Oh. Any ETA council?
I haven't done anything since we talked last week, but, hopefully. The next new round of antibiotics will maybe make it still.
Do we need to have this council ready before the retech disbursements, or when is the retech?
May not be happening. The. CDBG, the state. With all our programs, they're about 700,000 upside down.
Oh, that's not.
So.
I'll just withhold timber refunds and figure that out.
So they elected this year, the first time to not send the additional 50,000 to the RETAX, which is where we get our systems development grants from. We're bitching and complaining, but you don't know what will happen.
Is this the year for the provider grant
Provider grants every year.
every year?
Yeah, and that's been cut way back too. Even their mental health program was 15 visits. They cut it back to, I think, 10 now. So you better get, if you're having mental problems, get back fast.
Is the funding available and just hasn't been allocated, or there's just no funding?
No fun.
Okay, so I was gonna say, if they could submit a letter requesting the release, but.
No, there's no money.
Okay, well, we don't have to worry about retech then,
For right now,
right now. When is that normally?
it would have already happened by now.
It would have.
What impact is that gonna have on you guys and?
It's anywhere between 10 and 15,000 a year. That we usually paid for our active 911. We pay for. Just things. Equipment that they wanted, like new batteries for the bearings and the lifts and just things like that. And we didn't normally put in budgets. That's where they got their ambulance bulletproof vests, which we haven't used yet.
Hopefully it never happens, though.
Okay.
Wait a minute, the ambulance got bulletproof vests?
Yes, that was under Chief Whitehead. It was very important, but
I was never aware of that.
Piled in the closet right there.
When I was on the board.
I mean, are those plates or soft?
Soft.
So, I mean, they're probably expired.
They're level 3A.
I'll check them.
They're level 3A, so they
Are you guys?
Probably expired.
Let's find out, let's see if they still work.
Uh-oh.
Wanna do that?
They just stopped working.
these don't.
Yeah, they are degrades and they have gotten soft that has that expiration date with it.
Soft is 5 years and the plates are clean.
Yeah.
So the chest plate,
The surrounding plates got like a 10-year expiration on it. And the Kevlar, it's a 5-year expiration. I mean, I would still probably
I'd
wear
still
it.
use it.
but-
If you
Yeah.
just put a chunk of steel in, it never goes bad. It doesn't rust. Makes it weigh 65 pounds.
so if it would stop at 45, it might stop at 9 or something like that.
Honestly, well, if you're not wearing them, they don't
Better
really
than
drain
nothing.
that much. You know,
The sweat and everything is probably what really,
I think it's and this and that, but
yeah.
we took, actually it was when I was in Durango, we took one of the deputies' expired vests. We shot that thing like 30 times. It worked great. I mean, nobody was in it, but.
I was gonna say, well, they had it on.
But I understand why they do it, because they don't wanna take the chance.
Yeah.
And sweat is the biggest problem with soft armor.
Salt and sweat and.
Well, like Denver General, they all wear
Well,
vests.
and I'd like to say that he was being proactive, but I think he was really trying to push the tactical EMS thing. And we were trying to, and then, of course, the sheriff said, no, EMS is not leading the way. You will wait until the sheriff's done.
The scene is secure.
Weird thing with mountaintop. Okay.
Well, actually, not really, but the guy emailed me and said they have to have their 16 or 17 counties they sent this letter to. And they need 8 of those counties to say, well, yes, this is a great idea. We are interested in this. In order to get the first 100 million from the grant. I don't know. He asked me if I would reach out to the counties.
Did he say how many counties are on board right now? How many?
Us, we've sent in stuff.
I mean, it would just be helpful to know who's already submitted along with the question, who hasn't.
The counties, I'm like, that's my job. And we want it here, we don't want it in one of those other counties.
What counties are they?
I'll send you the email.
Send me the list, if I can tell all the emergency managers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The auto, hey, we are wanting this in Dolores County. It would be great if you guys could potentially utilize this service.
So the
Based in
airport
Dolores.
board,
We support this.
Yeah.
the airport board also had another letter. And then I know you guys were going to, but yeah, when he sent me that, I'm like.
I could probably even get Southwest Recon to sign it, and that would be
Several weeks.
5 counties, 2 tribes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send that list
Trying
to you.
to get something for a
You got it?
pond for fire where they have the bucket. that
Yes.
Attached to.
Yes.
Well, we had a pond.
This would be close to their site.
Oh, another pond.
Another pond,
I like that.
another pond. Solely used for water crops.
And where are they gonna get the water filled this fall?
Cooler. Broader initiative of repairing the homes. And.
If
using
it
that.
snows or rains in the next. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty weird that, Silverton is on water restriction on it.
It's smart guy.
Are they really?
Yeah,
That's what I told them.
Oh, the town?
yeah, you'd think as high up as they are, they wouldn't have to go on water restriction, but. They're on water restriction based on their own, capacity or whatever.
Cortez is on water restriction.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So for my household.
100% of the state is in drought right now.
I think we're gonna get periodic storms and we're gonna be fine. Right.
That's gonna make our fine fuels grow really fast and it's gonna get hot and dry.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be living in a tinderbox.
I'm not looking for it, because it's gonna have a nice rain every week, which means I'll have to be mowing all summer.
Yeah.
If there won't be any fires, because it'll just be nice and wet.
I'm seriously, I think that's what's gonna
You
happen.
guys are so optimistic, I don't care.
Well, they keep getting these Wolf Creek, Wolf Creek, a foot and a half or something?
Yeah, well, in our National Weather Service update, historically, when they've had really drastically bad snow years, they've gotten early and very wet rainy seasons.
Yeah.
And that's going back like 100 years. So I said, fine, good, we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't mind that. We'll be fine.
None of us are grooming.
Besides,
Just us.
I've already worked it all out. I said, look, I took the fire hit last year. I said, you other counties, it's your turn now.
Did a really good job too.
You did.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks.
Anything you need?
How's it going? Good?
Else?
Good.
Yeah.
And you know you can get on the agenda.
You here
anytime you want.
before?
Yeah.
April?
Yeah, I've been here since February of last year.
This is one of my advanced EOTs cleared.
You're advancing. Nobody's seen you, but yeah.
Does a great job. I'll check those vests.
Oh, I can guarantee they've never been worn.
It doesn't look.
They were once on a call.
Somebody mentioned
Oh.
wearing them on the track
Oh, yeah.
for workouts.
Oh, really?
Which I'm all for, but.
Well, get extra weight, it's good work, you know. Like, you know, do pull-ups, put a few extra pounds on.
Are they like in an outer carrier?
They're an outer vest, yeah.
Okay.
Bright yellow.
But, yeah.
Right.
With a radio holder and, you know,
Flashlight.
and I have one. Cause Jerry ordered one for me too, which is in my truck. I've worn twice when Don said, these people either need to be rescued or they need to be arrested. I'm like,
Hey.
okay,
Interesting.
so, but it's not very tactically sound. Cause it's like, hey, that guy has a vest on. You can see it, that bright yellow one.
Bright yellow.
Yeah. Shoot anywhere other than that.
Well, to do your job, they'd be so restrictive and uncomfortable, I would think.
Actually, they're pretty good. They're not bad.
They're not.
They're heavy.
It'd be pretty hard doing your job anyway if you think somebody's sniping at you.
I wouldn't be on scene.
You're a smart.
That's not my
No, you're
job.
not law enforcement.
I'm there to come in after and mop up the mess.
The bigger thing, and we haven't really had that problem here, but have cities,
Buy some flying bullets.
they also have a knife layer. And a lot of people have real problems city-wise, getting stabbed, like that kind of thing.
If I worked in club, well, I'd wear one.
Yes, that's a good question.
Wow.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Anything else that we have?
It's up and ready. Oh, it's a problem.
Oh, looks like it fell.
Thank you.
They had to do the renewal on a 48, which they did. But they didn't push the LT.
Good. They can do
At noon?
We started it. But, and that force was like, well, it's all good work. Well, it's not really good.
Are you good with us? We're gonna go over some land use code stuff.
Yes, I make a motion to adjourn.
All good.
Oh, I second.
Motion a second to adjourn, all in favor?
Yes.
Meeting's adjourned.
Okay.